Rick Falkvinger, who's the leader of the movement, or the front of the movement, he has this proverb that he likes to quote. It's, when the winds of change are blowing, some are building shelters, the others are building windmills. Why should we be taking away people's privacy for copyright? Well, some people shouldn't have privacy. That's governments. They shouldn't have privacy, so they really need to be more transparent.
Pirates having a party on a boat.
Well, it might be a party with people dressing up as pirates. I don't know. Pirates?
I thought it was like, I don't know, it sounds like a costume party.
Pirates having a party together. Pirates?
The Pirate Party is the next generation civil liberties movement. We've taken the idea that there are certain freedoms and rights that people have, and while they exist offline in many places, they should really move into the online area, so it's sort of digital rights and digital liberties.
The Pirate Party was originally formed in Sweden in about 2006. It was formed to fight against the copyright industry because they've been putting a lot of pressure on civil liberties and stuff in an attempt to crack down on people sharing music and stuff online. They see it as a direct attack on their business model and have a lot of power and influence, so they use that to try to change the law to attack our civil liberties, basically. I got involved because I found that was pretty unjust, and a lot of what they were doing to try to enforce copyright was basically eroding our civil rights. Stuff like our privacy, where the companies would just get right to access all your information to see if you're actually downloading stuff, and just a general attack on the right to be presumed innocent. So
we worked out this very large platform that we have, which is basically intellectual property reform, so where people are free to use other people's intellectual property as long as they're not making money from it, personal privacy, governmental transparency, and direct democracy. And those are the four main issues that we work on. The thing people don't get about the Pirate Party is that we're not about stopping people making money. We're just about stopping people suing left, right, and centre just because people aren't paying them. I gave that up, and then a little while later I saw a film called Steal This Film, and I was fascinated by one of the interviewees in there, who was Rick Falkvinger, the founder of the Swedish Pirate Party, the original one in 2006. And I was fascinated by this Pirate Party label that he had underneath him. What was it? And he explained in the film that it's a political party in Sweden, and I thought, well, okay. So I googled Pirate Party, and it turned out that they'd been established in many countries in the world. There was the USA, Canada, UK, Germany, and it just expanded. And I found that there was one in Australia. And we moved into this thing called liquid democracy, which basically allows people to vote on any issue they want, and they can delegate votes to other people. One of the things we get asked about a lot is the difference between commercial and non-commercial file sharing. One we don't really agree with, the other we think should be legalized. The commercial file sharing is basically making money off someone else's hard work. So if you pretend that a book is your own or yours to sell, and you haven't paid any money for the rights to sell that, then there's a problem. So if you're making money off other people's copyrighted materials, then there's a concern. There's a concern. The non-commercial aspect is where you share, but you're not doing it for any personal gain. And so things like the Pirate Bay, it's in a grey area because they run advertising on the website and obviously they're making money. But the thing is that all the content put on the site is done by the users. They're torrent files from the users. So, and you don't have to pay to download those files. So there's no obligation to pay. So you can do it completely free. And so that's just a way of allowing people to share files. Things like bootlegging DVDs and selling them on street corners, that's something we don't agree with. We feel that that's if you're going to make money from it, at least the author should receive payment for that. That the method of doing business, that's selling plastic discs for money and people not owning what's on the discs, they just own the discs. It's a very old way of doing things. It's a very conservative way of doing business. We're not in it to necessarily be elected. We'd rather change the laws without being elected. And if it doesn't work, then we will push to be elected. So the trick is to start pushing for change outside government, and then if we get elected, then we can really push for it from the inside. People could help the Pirate Party simply by joining and getting involved. A lot of people have difficulty giving time because it's a volunteer organization. So most people have a day job or uni or something like that. So a lot of it's sort of off our own bat. And we have to pay for a lot of things ourselves. So funds are a bit of an issue when it comes to advertising. So donations would be really great. Getting involved and participating just to sort of even out the load would be fantastic. And the third thing is just spreading the word, talking about the issues. Even if you disagree with us, the public debate really needs to be opened up because there isn't that much of a debate happening.